What's good, y'all boys? Man, we're really great, and today I'm giving you guys the top 5 long-range meta loadouts in Warzone 2 Season 3. Now, all of these weapons in this video is going to help you excel in long-range gunfights in either Al Mazrah or even Ashika Island. So now you get some long-range gunfights in Ashika Island, and I feel like all of these weapons and their attachments, and also tuning, I got some tuning in there for you guys as well, should definitely help you guys when it comes to long-range gunfights in Warzone 2. Okay, so in the next video, I will be giving you guys the top 5 close range meta loadouts. So you guys are gonna see a lot of SMGs, and maybe 2 or 3 ARs that really thrive when it comes to close range gunfights. Okay, but 100%, that is today's video, man. Top 5 meta long range loadouts in Warzone 2 Season 3. So without further ado, let's go get straight into it. So number 1, bro, easily Chrono Squall, bro. Chrono Squall right now is just insane. The thing at a range, it has like maybe a little shaky recoil, but it's really not hard. It's really not hard to control at all. The time to kill this thing is extremely crazy. It's a new weapon that has been introduced in Season 3, and I really do feel like the Chrono Squall is 100% considered absolute meta right now when it comes to like time to kill and long range gunfight right now. Chrono Squall is definitely that gun right now. So one thing I do want to say before we get into the class setup for the battle pass, if you guys don't have the Chrono Squall unlocked yet, I'm gonna tell you guys how to unlock it pretty quickly. So first and foremost, if you guys have the battle pass, that's how you unlock this weapon. You guys have that battle pass, and let's say you have the auto on. If you have it on, turn it off, my way. One reason why I say turn it off is because it starts automatically getting the tiers for you, and I think it goes in order if we're not mistaken, and it's just gonna make the process longer. So if you guys wanted the intervention, or maybe if you wanted the Chrono Squall as well, you're gonna start with C1, and if you have it on auto, it's gonna go from like C2 to C3. So if you wanted the intervention, it's gonna take you back. You see what I'm saying? If you had auto off, you can just pick the tiers yourself and the path yourself. So you go from C1, C2, and then you'll be able to get to the intervention if you guys wanted to. You just go straight in the line, just like that. So now if you wanted the Chrono Squall, you're gonna go from C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Where's C6? I don't even know what C6 at. It's all the way up here. You see what I'm saying? Then C7, C8, C9, C10, and then you get to C11, which has the Chrono Squall. So turn off auto, and you can just go from C1, C3, C7, C11. You see how quick that was? So if you guys don't have the Chrono Squall, and maybe you don't have the battle pass, or like you just bought the battle pass, and you're just sitting at C1 or C2, turn it off and then pick the tiers yourself. Okay, that's how you unlock the Chrono Squall pretty quickly. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys the attachment for this Chrono Squall. So for my attachments, I have the Second Tread 40 for the muzzle, Demo Firm Grip for the underbarrel. For the barrel, you have the HR 6.8 barrel. For the optic sight with the Aim Op V4, and then we have the 50-round drum. And one thing I do want to say about optic sights are completely self-preference. Whatever you feel most comfortable with when it comes to optic sights, please choose that option. If you guys like the Slimeline Pro, the Blue Dot, or Aim Op, I like to use the Aim Op, Blue Dot, Slimeline Pro, Monaco CT90. That's a very underrated optic sight, by the way. SZ Recharge DX, SZ SRO. Those are the optic sights I usually like to use. But like I said, it's very self-preference, so use what you feel like is better for you. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you guys the tuning for these attachments. Here's the tuning for the muzzle, tuning for 0.46 recoil stabilization and 0.30 gun kick control. Here's the tuning for the barrel. We tune it for 0.35 recoil steadiness and 0.32 damage range. Here is the tuner for the underbarrel. We tune it for 0.54 recoil stabilization and 0.31 aim and idle stability. And here's the tuner for the opposite side. We tune it for negative 2.61 ADS speed and negative 1.65 all the way towards far. One thing I can say about the close to far tuning, I usually like to use close, because I just feel like I can see more. Obviously, I have more like visibility when it comes to close instead of far. But I do believe a lot of people say far gives you less or more recoil control, or like less visual recoil. So if you have a trouble controlling your weapon, then definitely go towards far. But I don't even see much of a difference when it comes to close or far, and I like to use close a lot more. But 100% just choose what you feel like is more comfortable for you, close or far. Okay. Now that was the attachments and tuning for the Chrono Squall. Like I said, it's the #1 weapon right now in my opinion. The thing is crazy. So if you guys don't have it unlocked, unlock it ASAP. Now let's go ahead on to the next weapon, which is the ISO Hemlock. Y'all boys should know about this ISO Hemlock, man. I think it came out Season 2, right? Season 2, when this thing first dropped, it was crazy, man. I'm talking like it was absolute meta when the game first dropped. 100%. Well, not when the game first dropped, but when the season first dropped, it was considered #1 meta for long range, and it had like no recoil, and the time to killing it was extremely decent, And I think in the season 3 they recently nerfed it, but it really does not feel nerfed, especially with this class that I'm about to give you guys. It does not feel nerfed. The weapon is still crazy good. Recoiling it is very easy to control. And as you can see, I got my opposite sight so close, and as you can see, it doesn't have much like visual recoil. Honestly, it really doesn't. It's still easy to control, and I can see a lot more when it comes to like far. All right, so now I'm gonna give you guys the attachment for this ISO hemlock. We got the Harbinger D20 muzzle. We got the Fielder T50 barrel. We have the SZ Recharge DX optic sight. And for the rear grip, we have the Seiken ZX grip, and then the 45 round mag. Okay, this is the exact loadout I was rocking with even before it got nerfed. You know what I mean? But even after the nerf, it really has not feel like it's gotten nerfed. It's still crazy good. So here's the tuning for the muzzle. We tuned it for 0.99 recoil smoothness and 0.65 bullet velocity. Here's the tuning for the barrel. We tuned it for 0.19 recoil steadiness and 0.25 damage range. Here's the tuning for the opposite sight. Negative 2.52 ADS speed, and I have mine towards close. And here's the tuning for the rear grip. We have 0.52 recoil steadiness and 0.26 aim and idle stability. All right, that is the tuning and the attachment for this ISO hemlock. ISO hemlock, extremely solid weapon to use when it comes to long range gunfights. Please try it out. If you guys don't have it unlocked, you need to unlock it ASAP. Okay. Now on to the next. What we got next? Ready to great, man. We got that M4. We got that M4. The probably #1 weapon when it came to when this gun, when this game first dropped. Everybody and their mom was using this gun in multiplayer, and I don't think a lot of people were using it when the Warzone first dropped. I think everybody was using the RPK, but the M4 is 100% still a very, very extremely good weapon when it comes to long range gunfights and even close to mid range. It's an extremely balanced weapon, and as you guys see, it has like no recoil. It's really extremely easy to control, and this blueprint came with the black cell, I believe. That's why it has like no tracer or whatever. You see, pretty nice. But 100% M4, definitely not a bad weapon to use when it comes to long range gunfights or even close range or mid range when it comes to Warzone. Extremely good, solid weapon to use. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the attachment for this bad boy. So here's the attachment. We have the Harbinger D20 muzzle. We have the High Tower 20-inch barrel. We have 45 round mag. We have, now one thing about the mag, if you guys want it to be a little faster, 45 rounds. If you're playing solos, duo, 45 should be enough. But if you're playing like trios, quads, I would go with the 60 round. It makes it a little slower, but you'll have a lot more bullets, and it's definitely not. It's not hard to get used to. You know what I'm saying? So for the we have AMOP V4 for the opposite sight, and then the Seiken ZX grip for the rear grip to control that recoil, man. So I'm gonna show you guys the tuning for the bad boys. Here's the tuning for the muzzle. We tune it for 0.9 recoil smoothness. We tune it for 0.77 bullet velocity. Here's the tuning for the barrel. We tune it for 0.19 recoil steadiness and 0.21 damage range. Here's the tuning for the opposite sight. We tune it towards far and negative 1.45 towards ADS speed. If you guys wanted to make it even further, you definitely can. Put it like 2.2. Really doesn't matter. All right, and here's the tuning for the rear grip. We tune it for 0.55 recoil steadiness and 0.20 aim and idle stability. All right, that's the tuning and the attachment for this crazy M4 loadout in Warzone 2 Season 3. Definitely 100%. I feel like a lot of you have been using it in Season 3, or have at least been paying attention to it. I've been paying attention to this weapon since Warzone first came out. The M4 is definitely not a bad weapon to use in Warzone. Extremely balanced. If you guys want something balanced, like no recoil, the time to kill is pretty decent, and it's not a trash weapon, M4 100%. And everybody has the M4. If you playing Warzone, you don't have the M4, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You're doing something wrong. Now on to the next. We have an LMG, the second MG38, bro. The second, bro. Let me say, before it got nerfed, this thing was like extremely crazy. In my opinion, I thought it was better than the RPK at the time. I really did. I ain't gonna lie. I really did. But the RPK was just top tier. Everybody would use the RPK. Nobody really cared about the second. But 100% this second, man, as you can see, the recoil on it is very easy to control at a range. The time to kill on it is pretty decent as well. It's really a really extremely good weapon to use, man. 100%. But I'm gonna show you guys the tuning for the bad boy and the attachment. So for the attachment, we got the ZLR Talon 5. For the barrel, we got a 20-inch Bruin Silver Series barrel. For the underbarrel, we got the Bruin Warrior LMG, FSS OV laser. I just have we got the SZ Recharge DX and that bad boy. So that's the attachments I'm rocking with this MG38. I call it the second Mackin because this thing be going crazy. So for this is the tuning for the underbarrel. We tune it for 0.59 recoil stabilization. We tune it for 0.14 aim and idle stability. Oops. Here's the tuning for the muzzle. We tune it for 0.77 recoil smoothness and 0.45 bullet velocity. Here's the tuning for the barrel. Tune it for 0.35 recoil steadiness and 0.19 damage range. Here's the tuning for the laser sight. We tune it for negative 0.21 sprint to fire speed and negative 6.58 ADS speed. Alright, and here's the tuning for the opposite. I got it on close, and then negative 2.42 ADS speed. Alright, like I said, the second extremely good weapon to use. I do feel like it is the #1 LMG right now. So if you guys are like more of an LMG player, you can 100% use this second. You would not be disappointed, man. I really do feel like this second is extremely crazy, and it's the best LMG right now. Don't get me wrong, all the LMGs on this game are extremely solid. The Rap H and the Icarus and the second are definitely my top 3 LMGs on this game for sure, 100%. But here's the second, like I said, extremely good LMG to use if you guys are more of a LMG player. It is slower, but it's definitely not hard to use. But when it comes to shredding and fighting a whole team, second is definitely that move, 100%. All right, now on to the next. Next, we got the TAC 56, the TAC 56, 100% extremely good weapon. Don't get me wrong, bro. But one thing I can say about the TAC 56, bro, I do feel like at a range, it is a marshmallow shooter. I'm not gonna lie. I do really feel that way. It is extremely weapon to use, extremely easy recoil control. As you guys see, it's so easy to control the recoil. It really is, I promise. But that's why I consider it top 5 meta for sure. But when, like I said, when it comes to like a really long range, it's extremely like marshmallow shooter, and it really tilts me sometimes. It takes forever to take off armor, but when it comes to like, you know, recoil control, Type 6 is definitely really extremely good, as you guys can see. But 100%, I'm gonna show you guys the tuning and the attachments. Here's the attachments for the Type 56. Here's the muzzle. We got the Harbinger D20 muzzle. We got the 17.5 Tundra Pro barrel. We got the F-Tac Ripper 56 underbarrel 60 round mag. If you guys are playing solo, then you definitely change it to 40, but I just rock with 60. And then we have the Aim Op V4 opposite sight. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys the tuning. Here's the tuning for the muzzle: 0.9 recoil smoothness, 0.65 bullet velocity. Here's the tuning for the barrel: 0.31 recoil steadiness and 0.21 for the damage range. Here's the tuning for the underbarrel: 0.49 recoil stabilization and 0.22 aim and idle stability. And here's the tuning for the opposite sight: negative 2.61 ADS speed, and you have the tuning all the way to far. I feel like close definitely wouldn't be bad, honestly. If you guys are a close type of, close. See, like I said, you can't really tell a difference when it comes to like visual recoil. I just like close because I can see more. The when it comes to far, it just, the scope is a lot smaller. I can just see more when it comes to close, and it's not hard to control at all. But that is the attachments in the tuning for the Type 56. Now let's go ahead and get into the next one. These are my last ones. These are my bonus weapons that I'm gonna give you guys. Okay. The Catstall 762 and the STB 556. The STB 556 recently got buffed in the Season 3 update. And the STB, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I really do feel like it's a very underrated AR when it comes to like long range gunfights and things like that. I've been using it on Sheikah Island. It goes crazy on the Sheikah Island, and even in Mile Mauser as well. As you can see, recoil on it is like non-existent. Really easy to control the recoil. And it only has 42 rounds in the mag, but it's definitely not bad when it comes to like reloading. It doesn't take that long to reload, you see. And I really do feel like it's a decent time to kill. STB for sure, bro. It's a slapper. Like, do not sleep. It recently got buffed. Do not sleep on this weapon, man. STB is nice. So here's the attachment for the STB. We got the Harbinger D20 muzzle. For the barrel, we got the F-Tac FB20. For the underbarrel, I have the F-Tac Ripper 56. We have the 42 round mag. For the opposite, I have the Aim Op V4. And now I'm gonna show you guys the tuning. Here's the tuning for the muzzle: 0.9 recoil smoothness, 0.65 bullet velocity. Here's the tuning for the barrel: 0.13 recoil steadiness and 0.25 damage range. Here's the tuning for the opposite sight: negative 2.61 ADS speed. And then we have the tuning for far. I want to see how close it looks to see if it's any different. And I don't know if I gave you guys a tuning for the underbarrel, but here's the tuning for the underbarrel: 0.44 recoil stabilization and 0.32 aim and idle stability. All right, those are the attachments and the tuning. I want to try out the close. As you see, the close option when it comes to the opposite sight, I really feel like there's no difference in like visual recoil. I just really feel like it's not. I just see more when it comes to close, so I usually always put mine on close. I just see a lot more. As you guys see, the recoil is still extremely easy to control. So I don't know if you guys been using FAR for all your other sites, but 100% try close, bro. Try it. Just give it a try to see how you like it. All right. So that's the tuning and attachment for the STB. Now let's get on to the Cast-Off 762. Y'all know what you know about the Cast-Off 762, man. When the game first dropped, the Cast-Off 762 has been a beast, bro. Everything in like the Cast-Off family, RPK, the Cast-Off 74U, 762, the 545 was the only one that was like a marshmallow shooter, but I don't think it's a marshmallow shooter anymore. I think it actually got buffed. But here's the, as you guys see, the Cast-Off really not hard to control at a range. It's extremely good. Time to kill on it is pretty decent as well. It's a nice weapon to use, man. Very nice weapon to use when it comes to long range gunfights. So let me give you guys the attachments. Here's the attachment. We got the Second Tread 40 muzzle. For the barrel, we got the CAS 10.584mm barrel. We have the 40 round mag. I think the only other mag is like a 20 round. Don't use that. You're crazy. 30 round mag probably wouldn't be bad for solos actually. But if you're playing solos, 30 round probably wouldn't be bad at all. Here, for the rear grip, we got the Demo X2 grip, and then for the opposite side, we have the Aim Op V4 on that bad boy. So now, I'm going to show you guys the tuning. Here's the tuning for the muzzle. We're tuning for 0.54 recoil stabilization, 0.27 gun kick control. For the barrel, we're tuning for 0.37 recoil steadiness, and negative 0.23 towards ADS speed. And for the opposite side, we tune it for negative 2.71 ADS speed, and I have it on FAR. I'm going to try it out for close for you guys so you guys can see. And here's the tuning for the rear grip. We're tuning for 0.71 recoil steadiness and 0.33 inches aiming idle stability. All right, so that's the tuning and the attachment for this Cast-Off 762. Really good time to kill. I just put it on close, and as you guys can see, I feel like it's still, for this one, I feel like you can actually tell the difference for this one. Because for this one, the obviously actually like is jumping towards you. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like if you pay attention, not to like the actual reticle, but the whole object itself, as you guys see, it bounces. I think this is the only one you can actually tell the difference for the close and far tuning when it comes to opposite sights. But I feel like it's not bad for me. I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. But this is the only one that you can see a difference. So either close or far, just pick whatever you feel like is more comfortable for you. All right, but 100%, that is the Cast-Off 762, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Cast-Off 762 STB, we got the Tech 56, the MG38, the M4, the ISO Hemlock, and of course the Cronin Squall, ladies and gentlemen. You guys see all these weapons are extremely great to use when it comes to long range gunfights. I consider these to be meta in Season 3 Warzone 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So in the next video, I'll be having the close range, all the SMGs, and maybe a couple ARs that are really good when it comes to close range combat, or maybe even medium range combat in Warzone 2 Season 3, okay? If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you are brand new to the channel, please hit that bell so you never miss a video from yours truly. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Please, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And that's really it, man. Stay blessed, stay great. It's really great. I'll see y'all boys in the next video, baby. Woo!